I heard something this morning that I totally disagree with. And I've been wanting to do a video on this. Working in the ministry, working for Jesus, working for God. Somebody said that Rance Allen didn't sell out to the devil as a professional gospel singer. Now let's deal with this. Professional. Anybody that wears the title professional gospel singer or preacher. Preachers don't necessarily wear the title professional gospel preacher, but we know that preaching is a profession. Just like you see the gospel concerts and they sell the tickets and they have the names. Oftentimes, the gospel concerts tickets are built just like a boxing match or a wrestling match. Such they have a name. It start from the lowest or the unknown or the lower level artists. Then the headliners are the professionals. Even when you look at Kojic conferences or even Baptist revivals, they'll start off with like a lower level. Baptists don't really do that, but it's so much in the culture. You see their pictures on YouTube and stuff. You see how they sell a ticket, how they build it. They have so many preachers. Then the big name. It's a profession. Anything dealing with God nowadays has become a profession. The so-called professional gospel singer. Where did that term come from? See, you just can't look at this person, then incorporate worldly artists, or this person went dancing on the stage, so they didn't sell out. You got to look deeper. You got to start from the beginning. Where did it come from? Let's go to Colossians chapter 3, verse 16. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in poems and hymns. Psalms. Some say poems, some say psalms. Psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your heart to the Lord. Verse 17, and whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and the Father by him. When you go back in the book of Matthew, Jesus said, let your light so shine so men can see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Your good works. And the Bible say, word or deeds. Anybody that wears the title professional gospel singer, you have to trace that and see where did that come from. Did that come from the Bible? No, it didn't. What is a professional gospel singer? Professional gospel singer. When you're dealing with God, there ain't no professional nothing on our level. That didn't come from the Bible. Recording gospel artists and all that, that didn't come from the Bible. It came from the world. It started off by just singing. When our ancestors and stuff was allowed to start having church, coming together, singing, they would start having singing programs. Back in the day, this is where it started from, singing hymns, singing. They would get together and sing because they love the Lord. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. But as time moved forward, singing started becoming popular. Singing started becoming more and more popular. People wanted stuff to listen to. People like singing. And this is what we have today. The gospel, you got to trace the origin. Where did it come from? God never ordained it. The Bible says sing hymns. All required of us as followers of Christ is to sing hymns and praises. Money started fueling that gospel industry. This is why you say he didn't sell out. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The minute you call yourself a professional gospel artist, don't you know that you give your life to the devil? You're a professional gospel artist. You're under contract. You used to be, when you first started out singing, when you was a nobody, before you got signed, when you were trying to look for a deal, when you were just coming up, you would go to church and sing with no problem. Now you don't sign the contract. Now you got a deal. Now if you open your mouth and sing in church, if the right somebody hear you, you can get sued. Because why? You under contract. You can't sing nowhere unless we allow it. Because you might rip your vocal cords out. You might got a tour coming up next month. You rip your vocal cords out singing in church now. Then guess what? You sued as a professional gospel artist. So you just can't take one thing and look at, he didn't sell out because he didn't have James Brown and all that. He was very much involved in the world. Anybody that sets out to do anything for the money in the name of God or Jesus already sold out. You can't find that term, professional gospel artist, professional gospel singer, in the Bible. It didn't come from the Bible. Anybody operating on money, preachers, all of them in the same boat. They operating on money. They already sold out, because all you got to do is go to 1 Timothy chapter 6 and read the entire chapter. Paul laid it out. Ain't no such thing, no professional anything in the body of Christ. And look at most of these gospel artists. That's why the Bible say, avoid money for the love of money. The Bible say don't do it. Everything we do for the Lord, if we're going to sing, preach, it's supposed to be voluntary. Man did this. Man established this. Man did it. Not God. Well, the Bible give us talent. The Bible said your gift will make room. That's what people used that back in Proverbs. The gift of wisdom. That ain't got nothing to do with singing. People go and try to manufacture stuff to put it in the Bible. Well, they sung Bibles and hymns. Yeah, they sung. Everything we do is supposed to be done voluntarily. Who are we to go around charging people for saying Jesus, preaching Jesus, singing Jesus? Ain't we trying to make it in to heaven too? A lot of them might be, if I can just I just want people to hear my music. Then a lot of them feel like, well, if I can just sign this, I ain't gonna sell out. Once you sign that contract, it's over. God ain't told nobody to go out there and sing for a living. Not singing so-called gospel. You want to sing for a living? R&B, blues, pop, rap, everything of the world is available to you. But when it comes to Jesus and God, everything you do best to be voluntarily. So when you talking about did such somebody sell out and all they did, well, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Are you looking from the beginning? Because if you are, and you're supposed to be a man of God, then you will know right off the bat the entire gospel music industry is not ordained by God. Man did it. Man started it. It started out with amateur recording. When you know, back in the 80s, when people started making names for themselves in church. You go back to the old gospel groups, the Dixon Hummingbirds and the Caravan and all of them. When gospel music first started gaining popularity, people wasn't into it. You know, it wasn't marketable. It came popular when it started becoming marketable. People can make some money off of it. The recording people can make money off. The white man came in and started making money off of it. Just tell the truth about it. Because they're the ones had access to all the recording stuff. And Negroes caught on to it. They started selling. This is why we got what we got now. These so-called professional gospel artists, a lot of them that passed and gone, and a lot of them still here. Do you ever notice them to stand up on the Bible? The total truth of the Bible? A lot of them right today. A lot of them dead and gone. They was inclusionists. They had to market themselves to everybody. They're selling out. A lot of them were preachers. They couldn't sing certain stuff and they couldn't preach certain stuff. Why? Because they made a name for themselves in the world at being gospel artists. I don't want to turn nobody off. You got to sell records. You got to get them Grammys. You got to get them Stellars. This is why you're seeing gospel artists running around now. Women and men dressed like the world. You just did something the other day talking about how God and women supposed. Look at the gospel artists the other day, the women. It's gone. They are gone. They are gone. Money, for the love of money, had driven them, pulled them away from God. Look at them. Look at the videos that they're making. I did a short of Corinne Hawthorne. Look at her video. Satanic to the fullest. Look at these younger gospel artists, what they are wearing to these gospel shows. Look at what they're doing on those stages. Rance Adams didn't sell out. Rance Adams did a song with Snoop Dogg not too long before he passed away. And it was questioned. It was told to me, it was reported to me that Rance Adams really was what you LBGQT. I don't know. I shouldn't put it out there. I mean, but you've been around church as long as I have, in the South and stuff like that. I think he was coaching. Kojic run deep in Memphis. Everything run deep in Memphis. Baptist Coast. We right in the thick of it. So all my life being in Memphis, I haven't heard of it all. Well, how you know? Were you in the bed with him? Well, no. I believe what I hear. My nephew that just got murdered a little while ago, he was gay, bisexual. How'd I know? I know. I ain't never sleep with him, but I know the truth. So when you looking at gospel, it just show you how some people call themselves preachers who really don't know the Bible. Well, he didn't sell out because he didn't do James Brown, he didn't have incorporate pop and what's name. Let's trace the origins of gospel music. When did God ever give permission to go out there and sing and preach for money? What are we working for? Ain't we are followers of Christ supposed to be working for the kingdom? The Bible say, don't store up treasures here on earth where men can break in and rob, but store up heavenly treasures. What that's talking about? Your works, your deeds. You can sing. You better go volunteer. If you can sing, you better volunteer. Go out there and sing to the people. Go around, but it's not a calling, but you still can do it. But you better do it in the right fashion. Everybody want thousands of dollars just to utter the name Jesus nowadays. Preachers and singers. What, you want me to sing Jesus? You got to meet my contract standards. You better sign this contract. God told us to go out there and evangelize the world. Gospel artists traveling around, doing programs. Where do they find the time to do evangelism work? They can't do it. They hemmed up by the devil. Oh, they say they singing and representing God, but it's anything but. People put a gag order on your mouth. You can't sing or say nothing about God to anybody hardly, especially out in public, the way social media is now. If you're a gospel artist, you got a contract, you got a tour coming up next month, you be caught anywhere singing, using your voice in a way that you ain't supposed to be doing. Don't you know them promoters and them companies can sue you? Cause why? You messing with their money. They got a tour coming up. You already done been paid a deposit over half. You ripped your vocal cords out before that tour come up. You got to give that money back. Where did contracts come from? That stuff ain't got no business being in the church. Contracts. Preachers are under contract. Preachers signing deals to go preach here, go preach there, go preach here. But they claim it is working for God. No, it's not. It's working for themselves. Because the Bible talks about them working for their own betters. Working for their own betters. Preachers, I'm Jakes, I'm Osteen, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. I can pull thousands and thousands. I don't worth this much when you bring me to your city. I don't worth this much. You ain't worth nothing. Anybody that knows the Bible knows you ain't worth nothing. The world have put a price tag on you. Before I come and preach, you got to pay me this much. Before I even come up preach, before I even come there, before I even get in the car, before I even get on the bus or the plane, you got to already done something me over half. Gospel artists, the same thing. Where they came from? Trace the origins. God never ordained it. Anything we do and say and put God's name in it, it better be voluntarily. A lot of people don't like that. What you mean? God done blessed them. God done did this. God, you see how much money they made? Yeah, but it didn't come from God. not the God of heaven. Once you sign that contract, in many cases, you sold out right there. Then look what happened to a lot of them so-called gospel artists. A lot of them have been destroyed, just like them R&B singers have been destroyed by the devil. Once you sign that contract, you give yourself to the devil. You can't refuse nothing. You can't hardly refuse to do anything. If those people tell you to do whatever they want you to do, you got to do it. I used to go to them quartet programs back in the days. Lee Williams, Pilgrim One, Pilgrim Jubilee, all the big name quartets. I used to go to them. Don't you know they would have people in the stands or lookout people if to watch for people who were using their phone to record them? They had to turn them off. The people come and record the group singers. The Cash Spirit, it was illegal for the people to take video camera footage of them singing about Jesus. It was illegal due to contract reasons. You got to buy a ticket to get in, first of all. Then you can't videotape, record. It done got so bad now, though. You know, it done got so popular now, phones and stuff. It's impossible to stop it. You know, but a few years ago, a lot of them signed gospel artists had to try to stop people from recording them. Oh, due to contract reasons. You think God have anything to do with that? It's all about money. When you come to the gospel industry, church preaching have become all about money. Professional preachers. That's what it's all about now. They ain't out there. The big name preachers and all the people we know ain't out there preaching the gospel on the streets like a lot of people here. Every time they move, it's about $1. That's what you got to look at. You got to look at it all. You just can't look at, well, he didn't sell out. Yes, he did. He sold out the moment he signed that contract. I think Grass Allen became famous with that song, that song that went popular. Well, that was like his first song that he brought out. You know, Never Been to Paris on a Foggy Day or something like that. Once you sign that contract, it's over. That's why I look at a lot of these other gospel artists. At least the older artists try to hold their image as looking godly and holy. But you look at these gospel artists of the day, these younger ones, it's gone. They're gone. The men and the women. I ain't never seen so much disrespect to God. They got to do it. It's all about the dollar. Look at Jacqueline cars. Look at the West Night. Look how they dress. They started spending money trying to get fine BBLs. Then they wearing that tight stuff out there, showing the world. It's driving. They're gone. They going for the money. They going for the money. It ain't got nothing to do with holiness. Tamla Man, they having all these procedures. Why? To look better and better for the world. Popularity. They don't move all the way away from holiness. In the Western Hemisphere, Christianity is a joke. Everybody can run around, call themselves godly. But look at them. Look at how they carry themselves. You dare not say nothing to them. And it's reverberating through the churches. Because when I was at home the other day, I was at a store on Sunday. a young lady was in there with her Easter dress on. She was a grown woman, but she was a young adult grown woman. She was about 19 or 20. Another woman came in there too. But this woman had like a green, light green dress on, halfway her thigh. Halfway her thighs. And in the dress, when it was tight, it was like bouncing. And the wind was blowing. She had heels on, no stockings. I talked to my wife about it. And she said chances are she had a dress on with no stockings that short. It ain't like, chances are she had no shorts or nothing on, nothing but pants. Probably thong. This is what they wear in the church now. Holiness have fully gone, but he was like a white lady. They catching on. It's coming to see ours go to church like that. They've been doing it for, they catching on too now. These new age churches have stepped away from holiness. Everything is acceptable. Real holy people take dressing to heart. Holiness women supposed to wear dresses all the time. I see them in certain areas I go in certain states. Arkansas, up in the northwest Arkansas, more like Mormon type Christians or whatever. But the way they dress, or either some are Christian based, but Nazarenes and stuff like that. They take dressing very serious. They wear their long dresses, long jean dresses to work, or they long dresses. They might have some on up under. I'm sure they do for certain times of the month or whatnot. But they still, when you look at them, you still see the way they dress and where they bundle. You can tell. You don't got to ask no question. You already know. They know something about God. Not in our society now. Not the younger. Not in the urban area. It's gone. You going to church? Yeah, I'm going to church. You sure you going to church? You ain't going to the club. You been to church, or you going to the club, or you going home and change clothes before you go to church, or this what you wearing to church? This what they doing. Then, like I say, I was in the store. Another young lady came in. I was standing at the beverage coolers trying to decide what I want. Another young lady coming down, going to church, or had been to church. I was standing there looking for me something to drink. She opened the thing and kneeled down right in front of me with a little short skirt, a little short dress on. I hurried up and moved, went around. This is what they wearing in church now. This is what they doing. You going to church with them short beat drops. You going out in public with them short beat box dresses on, loose dresses. And this is what you're doing. You got to bend down and get stuff. You got to do this. Then the men got to try to hurry up and look away before they be accused of looking at you awkwardly. Them young women go to church. Women go to church with those short skirts on. People sit behind them. They jumps up and down. They get up. It's pitiful. But when you talk about the gospel music industry and who didn't sell out or who did sell out, you have to look at it as a whole. Everybody call themselves professional gospel singer. That got rich. Don't contract. The moment that anybody call themselves professional gospel singers, already sold out. Already sold out. Everything we do, singing is really not a ministry anyway, but it can be viewed as a ministry if you do it right. Ain't nothing wrong with going out there singing, but when you sing, you're supposed to sing to Christians. You're supposed to go to places Christians at and sing, to uplift Christians, or go out and uplift Christians. Ain't nothing wrong with having singing programs and stuff, as long as it's done right. But you got everybody call themselves superstars, like William Murphy said not too long ago, when he was at that funeral, I was in there with a bunch of nobodies. How you bring them people as a bunch of nobodies when the Bible say we all are filthy, dirty flesh? We all trying to make it into the kingdom. But in your eyes, they're a bunch of nobodies. We are a bunch of nobodies because if you don't know them, they ain't gospel artists. I mean, they lower than you. That's the way a lot of gospel artists look at the word, look at people.